They want to fit us all into a box. They want to define you. Everybody wants to define you. Now you're a spiritual person. Now you're like involved in some satanic thing when you're just trying to spread love. Like, no, stop, and realize that we're all created from the same thing. We can't even talk to people about this information. Like, imagine going up to some of you maybe can do this where you live, but where I am, if I just went up to someone in my family or an old friend and said, we're all multi-dimensional and God is connected with you even more than you realize, like all the stuff I talk about, they would probably just be like, what? Like, that's what I would have thought too. And like, I was normal, I guess you could say, but I was halfway pretending, and you can see that you, as someone who knows about this stuff and has had a spiritual awakening, you feel like you want a deeper connection. I don't know, you guys know what I mean. It's just like you feel like you're going to be shut down so much by these people. But what you have to realize is we kind of chose this path. We chose to wake up first at this time of a great awakening. Like, I honestly would be embarrassed to even show them this necklace. So they'd be like, what is crystals? Like, crystals? You believe in rocks? Like, yeah, hold some moldavite for a little while and see. But I just think that this is something that's gonna change the world, guys. So don't get discouraged and realize that I am someone who is deep in this rut of I'm living with people that have no idea that I'm aware of this information, that I care so much about it in this way. I think they more so think I'm a conspiracy theorist, even though I haven't really talked about many conspiracies. It's just like, that's all I'll really share, because it seems like that they can at least kind of relate to that. And a lot of us, when we first have an awakening, you might be in this stage where you're looking into a lot of conspiracies and realizing that a lot of stuff you learned as a kid was a lie. And that's how my awakening started. But the next part of that awakening, and the thing that you have to be able to learn from it, is to not just be afraid of everything and think like, oh my gosh, the government, the stuff. I'm not going to really mention it in the video. I don't know how the policies are with the whole thing, but you guys know what I'm talking about because you're watching this kind of video. This is for you. There's something powerful about being alone, though, because that's where you really find yourself. Nobody else can tell you who to be. Nobody else can make you upset, and nobody can really just kill your dreams. That's why I don't tell anyone about this, because I don't want my dreams shut down. I don't want people to tell me I can't do it, because I've believed that I can do it, and I've known that there's something bigger than me that is influencing this video and that is coming through and talking. There's something else helping. And knowing that gives you more hope and gives you a real belief that it can work. And if you've been following my channel, I mean, I haven't even made many videos, and I'm almost at 1,000 subscribers. And it's not because of me. I don't even talk about this stuff myself. It's not me. I'm having help from, I think, people that have died, that I was close to. I think the spirit world is very, very in touch with us right now at this time. So it's really gonna get crazy, and a lot of these people are not gonna be able to handle these changes. And I tried to warn them before 2020. I tried, and all they did was ignore me. So that just drove me to speak out somehow, And what did I do to speak out? I started making YouTube videos. So it was the best thing that ever happened to me. So this isolation is the best thing that can happen to you right now, because you're learning about your true soul's desires. You are able to meditate now during this time so much. You're able to do things that you want to do, not your ego, not what other people told you is acceptable. You came here to change that narrative. There's a reason that you're seeing this information and seeing my specific video. There's so many coincidences that happen on this journey. Synchronicities is what a lot of people call them. Synchronicities. They're not coincidences. They are perfect. It's just like you'll meet someone right when something happens. My Moldavite disappeared and some crazy stuff happened. My first Moldavite piece, I have this pendant now still, but the first one that I had in the Moldavite video, it's gone now. It wasn't even here long, and it's probably working on a deeper level, helping me in another dimension, helping someone else here, helping someone else in another dimension, helping the people in my house that need to wake up. I don't know. And the thing to remember is, it's so hard to remember this, but we don't have to force it on these people, and that's kind of why I just don't talk to them about it. Sometimes we just have to accept that it might not be the right time for them. It might not be this person's specific time to learn about this information or be open to it. But at least you're introducing to them to the information. And just doing it yourself is going to help so much more than trying to shove it down their throat. How are you going to do this when you're being influenced by so many other people? They're always trying to drag you into stuff. And it requires you to let go of a lot of things. A lot of people tend to believe when they first start a spiritual awakening, oh, this is going to be so easy. We get to just be happy all the time, I thought that as well. And we can be happy all the time. I'm not trying to bring you down. I'm just saying, you know what I mean. You're probably still upset sometimes because your ego still exists. Your mind still exists in some way. And this 3D reality is really tying you to that. And all the stuff that we've had to be doing for so long and having programmed into our minds, it's like, as a kid, I didn't know why I was so... I just did not agree with the conditioning. I didn't agree with what they were telling me to do in school. I didn't agree with really anything about it. I just always was like, we just gotta be happy. Everything means being happy. We can't just be nice all the time. We get frustrated because we're so alone in this a lot of times. There's a reason we're all spread out, because we have to influence other areas with our vibration. We're doing the work of God. We're doing the work of Jesus. We're doing the work of the universe. We're doing what we came here to do, which is love. There's no reason to hate. There's no reason to divide, to put people against each other. You honestly think if you were born in another country, you would have the same beliefs you do now? Do you not see how things influence the way you are? So how could you judge someone? You can only understand something from your perspective. And people might not understand what I'm saying. A lot of people probably won't. But the right people are understanding this, and more people are becoming open to this. When I first heard about it, when I first heard about a spiritual awakening, I had already been having some of those kundalini symptoms where you just have like a rush throughout your body. And I was just sitting in the car. I was like, wow, what is this? Like, it happened to me a lot of times, and I had no idea. I didn't know about the word kundalini. I didn't know about spiritual awakening. I just was depressed, did not want to talk to anyone, did not know how I was going to go to school or either work at my family business the rest of my life in a small town and just, do something that's not really what I want to do and just kind of live a normal life. Like, Is that, I mean, a lot of people want to do that, but you can live a normal life and be happy. But for me, I just really wanted to feel like I was impacting somebody in some way. And so many of the things that people consider to be good, consider to be things that you're supposed to do around me, are all things that just brought me fear and anxiety, and probably bring a lot of them the same thing, but they've never heard anything about this. They've never, seen someone talking about this like me. That's why I'm on YouTube, to show people that anybody can be spiritual. You don't have to be all weird and not saying anybody that's like that's weird, but you know what I mean. People have so many stereotypes. They want to fit us all into a box. They want to define you. Everybody wants to define you. Now you're a spiritual person. Now you're involved in some satanic thing when you're just trying to spread love. No, stop and realize that we're all created from the same thing. Racism, slavery, there's so many things that we have been doing wrong here for so long, and people just don't care. They just don't care. There are people who are literally looking at their phone, at the news 24/7. They're looking at the news on their TV. They've got notifications on for when people die, for when every bad thing happens, and they'll announce it. Some people in my family, people that I know, they'll just announce just awful tragedies just constantly. It's like, why do you need to keep up with this so much? And half of it's probably not even true. And they don't want to hear that either. I'm not here to prove anything to you people. I'm just here because I know you understand what it's like to know a lot of information that a lot of people just don't want to hear. Now's your chance to be whoever you want to be. You don't have to worry about opinions. You don't have to worry about what those people think. You're all alone. What do you have to lose? What do you have to lose? You've got everything to gain. The world's falling apart right now. People are going to realize there's more to life than your job. There's more to life than being a slave to the matrix. It's time. I love you guys. It's so amazing to be here, and I just want you to follow your passion. Find what makes you happy right now when you're alone, because it's the best time to do that. You've got all the time in the world, no distractions, especially if you're out of a job right now, or you've just got a stay-at-home order like a lot of people do. This is the perfect time to realize why you came here and to connect to whatever that purpose is. That's how I found my purpose, because nobody was around me anymore. I was all alone. Everybody gave up on me, just like they have again, just like they keep doing. They all give up on us for a reason, because they're connected to us. They're trying to wake us up too. Don't you see that? Sometimes when someone does you wrong, they're actually doing you the biggest favor of your life. My awakening was sparked by a lot of people doing something very bad to me. Make sure to leave a like, comment, tell me how you feel. I just want to know how you guys are feeling on your journey, if you can relate to some of this, because I feel so alone. I honestly do. Just in real life, it sucks. It sucks, man. So just let me know how you're feeling about all of this, and spread some more positivity, because I know it's hard for us right now, but everything is getting better. It really is getting better, and I can feel it. I know you can feel it deep down. Just trust that things are going to be all right. I love you. Make sure to follow the new Instagram. Universal Crystals 1111. Love you. Peace out.